Time check, it is 10 minutes before 9. Before we start, I think we could start with an icebreaker so that everyone could be awake during the whole discussion po. Luz has prepared a icebreaker for everyone. Mr. Technical Support, if we could request for the stop share.
Ayan, magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Thank you for being here for our national deployment. Right now, we have a total 395 participants currently engaged. We are also live streaming this event on YouTube. Again, we will start exactly 9 a.m. While waiting, we have a mini activity or energizer to start our day, and we'd love for everyone to join in and participate. Let's shake off any morning drowsiness and get ready for an exciting session again. Before we start, pwede ba muna ako makahingi ng isang heart react sa ating mga participants? Let me see. Oh my, wow. Yan, thank you po sa ng mga nag-react. Mukhang mga excited po ang ating mga participant. And I like that energy. So without anything else, please wait a moment for I will just share my screen. So yan, nakikita na po ba yung screen? Muli po, paki-heart react po if ever nakikita po ang aking screen. So for this game, papaganayin natin ang ating utak, and I know lahat po ng ating mga participant here is very smart. So easy peasy lang sa inyo ito, lalo na sa mga puzzle lover like me. So to explain to you the game mechanics of our word puzzle, and your objective lang po is to interpret the visual cues to guess the hidden phrase or words. So I will be flashing a bunch of image later on that containing words, symbols that form a visual representation of phrase or concept. And you need to do lang po is analyze the relationship between the words, symbols, or shape in the image and guess the correct phrase. So just comment down your answer sa comment box. Ganun din po yung participate po dun sa ating YouTube, you can also comment your answer. So for example, here is in our first slide, the corresponding answer is think outside the box. So, and another example po para ma-gets po natin. So, the answer for this is misunderstood. So ready na po ba ang ating participant? Na-gets po ba? Give me po na heart react po if ever na-gets po ng ating mga participants ang ating game. Yan. Yan. Thank you po for reacting. So, next slide. Are you ready? So, before we start, may timer lang po ako for 30 seconds. Yeah. So let's get started po. So let's start po sa easy round. So first game, ay slide pala. And your timer start now po. You can comment your answer in the comment box. So let's see po kung meron nagko-comment. Gagaling pala ng ating mga participants. Correct po, adverb. Ang pinakauna pong naka-answer is proverb. Oh, tawa po ako doon. Si Ma'am Jesseline. Oh. So next slide is, Yan, correct po. Adverb. Here po, your timer start now. Yan po, ang dami pong sumasagot. Correct po, countdown. Sir Pau, may nagko-comment po ba sa ating YouTube comment box?
Meron din. Actually, there are a lot of viewers. But then they're saying the same thing. Countdown. Yes, countdown, countdown. Yes. It's almost saying the same thing. Thank you, Luz.
Okay.
Marami tayong view.
So, our next slide. Here po. Timer start now po. Final countdown. So, yan po. Gag
Marami nagsasabi sa metaphor, metaverse, metaphor, universe, Facebook, meta. Ano, what is it,
Well,
Luz?
please. It's metaphors.
Metaphor. Akala ng iba yung metaverse. Monetize daw. Metaphor.
Di
Ay,
naka-monetize.
nako. At least we know how the people are feeling right now. Parang may ano sila ngayon, nagbibigay sila ng affection and their feelings are being expressed through their words. Sige po, proceed tayo.
Proceed. So, I guess this is our last for easy round. Okay. Yeah,
Falling. Ano to?
shooting star, falling star.
Ayan. Even the ones on YouTube are saying it's a falling star. Is it a falling
uh,
star? Starfall. Starstruck. Our
Ooh,
answers are getting better every time.
starfall.
All right.
Starter. Mm, Stargazer.
Yeah. Go ahead. What is it?
Falling
Falling
star.
star. At
So,
may nagsabi ng Star
mm,
Wars, oh.
paano naging wars yun?
Oo nga.
So, let's proceed. Mukhang nadalian po ang ating mga participants. So, let's level up the difficulty of our game. So, let's start. Your timer start now. Kulang. First lady. Um, mm, three times a lady. Ready. Miss, let's see the answer. First lady in line. So, yan, kulang po. First lady
First
lang
lady
po.
in line. Ang dami nagsabi ng white lady, first lady. Ang galing. Three wives. May ganun pa
Three
nga.
wives.
Thank you very much po from Region 12. You are recognized. Galing, sir. Okay. Sige po.
So our next is, yan po, may pa-check po sa gitna. Ano kaya ito? Mm, uh, check. Check mail. Mailbox. Mali.
Ang galing ng ano na game na to, Luz. Parang pinapalabas mo yung pag-awaiting ng mga ating mga participants.
Yes. Uh, so walang nakatama. Check in between mail. Oh, check mail. So the answer is, wait lang. Check in the mail. Parang may nabasa. Yun. May humabol po si Ma'am, Shekinah. Ah, check in the mail. So next is, yan, parang medyo mahirap po ito.
Yes.
Ah,
This is the last one, Luz. Final
um,
1 minute before we start.
okay,
9
yes.
a.m.
Yes po, final po.
All right.
Point of history. Historical point between. Uy, story first. Yan, paano may nababasa naman po akong mga tamang sagot? Kulang lang po ng A. A period in history. Sorry po, walang nakatama.
That was good. That was good. A period in history. Ang strict ng ano natin nga, ng ating moderator. All right. So good morning, a blessed morning. Good morning. Thank you
Mm,
very much, Luz, for that
well,
wonderful icebreaker. Yes. All right. It is now 9 a.m. So we can now officially start the national deployment of 2024 virtual national deployment. So a beautiful morning to all. How many packs do we have, Luz? How many participants do we have all in all?
sa Zoom, we have 472 participants.
172. I think we have a
Ah,
total of 200 more in Zoom. Ano, 200 or 200,000 Zoom? Tama ba to? I think 200,000 sa Zoom. Okay. Good morning po sa lahat ng aming viewers through Zoom and through YouTube po. So, I remind lang po namin sa lahat na for your attendance, kindly accomplish the registration form and also the attendance. It can be seen in the chat box po. So, good morning po, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2024 virtual national deployment of the newly promulgated training regulations, competency assessment tools, and assessment fees. Today, this 22nd of October, 2024. I am Paulo Samuñoz, and
and I am Luz M. Vergara under the
we,
Qualification and
Yes, sa
Standard
Standards
Office.
Office. Yes, we are from the QSO po. Good morning po.
Morning.
Good morning. So, to start our program, we would like to invite everyone for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem, followed by the invocation. So, ilagay po natin ang ating kanang kamay sa ating kaliwang dibdib at sabay-sabay natin awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Let us bow our heads and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering all of us today. We thank you for the gift of life and strength that you have provided us all to be part of this endeavor. We seek your forgiveness for our wrongdoings, as we have forgiven those who have done us wrong. May you bestow your guidance and blessings so that we can enjoy and appreciate its significance in our lives. Bless everyone who is present here today. May each one of us be able to share our knowledge, understanding, and wisdom for your glory and honor. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. All these we ask through your name. Amen.
All right. Thank you very much. So again, we have a long line for our program of activities today. Later on, we will be having the discussion on the two training regulations coming from the SOC sector and the also the HVAC sector. Yung isa po ay yung beauty care nail enhancement NC and nail technology NC2, and also we also have land-based transport mobile air conditioning or MAC servicing NC2. That comes from the HVAC sector po. So, okay. We can have the flash of the program of activities for today. Oh, there we go. There. S-
To start off, let me give you a quick overview of our program for today. We'll begin with our opening program, which includes the national anthem, doxology, and the reminder of our house rules, followed by our acknowledgement of participants. Afterward, we'll be graced with welcome remarks from our dear DDG Rosana A. Ordaneta, CESO 2, our Deputy Director General for Policies and Planning, who will formally open today's proceedings. An inspirational message by our Secretary Jose Francisco Kiko B. Benitez, our Secretary Director General in TESDA. Next, we'll have a photo opportunity to capture this important occasion. We'll then proceed to the formal presentation of the training regulations, competency assessment tools, and assessment fields for the following qualifications: the beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC3, the land-based transport, mobile air conditioning servicing NC2. Following this, we will open the floor for discussion through our open forum, where you'll have the opportunity to ask questions and seek clarification regarding the presentation. After the forum, Director Redelin C. Agub, our Assistant Executive Director of the Qualification Standard Office, will present the way forward, providing insights on the next step for this qualification and their implementation. As we approach the end of our program, we'll conduct a program evaluation to gather feedback and insight from all of you to help us improve future activities. Lastly, we will have the closing remarks from our Director Elcid H. Castillo, our Executive Director of the Qualification Standard Office, followed by the TESDA Way. And with that, we'll formally conclude today's activity. We're looking forward to a productive and insightful day ahead. Thank you, Sir
All
Pao.
right. So next we have our acknowledgements. Actually, we have a lot of participants. We have 512 in our Zoom. So we would like to actually acknowledge the following participants. So our agency is blessed to have our supportive leaders and our continuous guidance, which serves as our agency's pillar, headed by the Secretary Jose Francisco Kiko Benitez. He is actually represented by Attorney Alan Chester Nadate. He is the Chief of Staff. Good morning po, sir. Also with us today is our Deputy Director General, Rosana A. Urdaneta, as said by Ma'am Luz a while ago. Good morning po, ma'am. May be joining us as well virtually, DDG Vidal Villanueva III, Deputy Director General of the TSD Operations. Also, DDG Nelly Diliera, Deputy Director General of TVET Partnership and Community-Based TVET. Also, but might be on board is DDG Felizardo Sarge Colombo, DDG of Special Concerns po. Good morning po. We would also like to acknowledge the presence of the our representatives from the different executive offices if they are present po. Good morning po to all the executive directors po. And who else is po? Ang madami po ang ating ano. As you can see, Luz, no, ang dami ng ano. Good morning po sa ating participants from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Yes. All right. Who else, Luz? Would you like to extend?
Okay, so we actually pleased to acknowledge the presence of our dedicated technical experts from two qualification in line for deployment. First, our technical expert for beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC2, Mr. Manolotti. Manoloto D. Dondonilla, Mr. Andrew I. Galindon, Miss Christina P. Marpuri, and lastly is Miss Clarina A. Cabayan. Then let's move on to our technical expert for the land-based transportation mobile air conditioning servicing NC2. We have Mr. Manuel Azucena, Mr. Ogi Kitko, Mr. Chris Bernardino, and lastly, Mr. Ramon Elias F. Ortiz. We deeply appreciate your hard work, expertise, and commitment to this qualification. And now, I'd like to turn it over to Sir Pao.
Joining us today are our regional directors and also our provincial directors. Together with them are their respective ROD chiefs, UTPRAS and CAC and EBT focals. Good morning po sa inyo lahat. To our TTI and TVI administrators and representatives, assessment center managers, assessment center and also assessment center representatives, mga industry associations po, and also yung ating QSO staff that are present here. Good morning po to everyone. And thank you very much for joining us. Despite our busy schedules, you were able to join us this beautiful Tuesday morning for this national deployment. So okay po. To provide us guidance, let us hear a welcome message from our Deputy Director General from the Policies and Planning, Deputy Director General Rosana A. Urdaneta. Good morning po, ma'am. Oo, baka ano pa po, DDG is not yet on ano po, baka hindi pa siya on board po. Sige po, let us move on po. Before we proceed po, maybe you have a inspirational message from the Chief of Staff of our dear Secretary, Attorney Alan Chester Nadate. Good morning po. Apologies for the inconvenience.
Hello, good
Sorry.
morning,
Ah,
everyone.
sige po. Yes, go ahead po, Attorney.
Had to address some technical issues. Good morning, everyone. I will be reading the inspirational message of Secretary Kiko Benitez, who unfortunately could not join us because he had to join a meeting in Santa Rosa, Laguna this morning. I would like to warmly greet our TESDA DDGs, our TESDA board members, TESDA regional, provincial, and district directors, TESDA officials, administrators, and focal persons. Secretary Kiko also wishes to express his heartfelt appreciation to the industry boards and associations related to the qualifications we are deploying today, as well as our national technical experts whose invaluable contributions have shaped the development of these new standards, assessment tools, and assessment fees. Today, as we gather for the national deployment of promulgated training regulations, competency assessment tools, and assessment fees, I am filled with pride and excitement. This event stands as a testament to the dedication and collective effort of our TESDA partners, regional and provincial area managers, industry stakeholders, and technical experts, all working together to elevate technical education and workforce development in our country. This moment signifies more than just the rollout of guidelines and tools. It is a celebration of our shared vision for the future, rooted in collaboration and innovation. The promulgation of these training regulations and competency assessment tools embodies our relentless pursuit of excellence, ensuring that our programs remain relevant, and that our graduates are well prepared to meet the demands of an ever-evolving labor market. Your role as area managers and stakeholders is essential to the success of these initiatives. The training regulations, competency assessment tools, and assessment fees we launched today are not merely policies or procedures. They are pathways to growth, empowerment, and transformation for countless individuals. Every qualification, every assessment tool, and every standard we establish is a key to unlocking the potential of every Filipino who steps into our training institutions. This occasion also serves as an invitation for each of us to take ownership of the challenge to create an inclusive, agile, and responsive TIVET system. I urge you to engage fully, share your insights, and actively contribute to the continuous improvement. Your field experiences and feedback are crucial in driving the success of our programs and maximizing their impact. As we embark on this journey, let us do so with enthusiasm and determination. Together, we will elevate the standards of TVET excellence and build a more competitive, skilled, and future-ready workforce, one that plays a pivotal role in driving our nation's development. I have no doubt that your dedication, expertise, and passion, we will not only meet but exceed expectations. Let us work hand in hand to ensure the effective deployment of these training regulations and tools while nurturing the dreams and aspirations of the individuals we serve. Together, we have accomplished many things, but I am confident that if we continue innovating together, we can do more, we can do better, we can do test the best. Samang-sama tayo sa pagpapaunlad ng TVET para hubugin ang bagong Pilipino tungo sa bagong Pilipinas. Maraming hamon, pero kapag sama-sama sa TESDA, kayang-kaya. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay sa ating lahat.
Thank you very much po, Attorney AC Nadate po. Thank you very much po. All right. Thank you very much for delivering the regional offices po. To proceed po. Ay, sige po. Hold on. Before we proceed further, can we now have a quick photo opportunity? May we invite everyone to open their video cameras, including, yes po, yes, no, ayan. So we have a total of 23 panels. A total of 23 panels allow our technical support to go for, ano po, take all the panels. Sige po. Go ahead po, Sir Adrian.
Ito lang sound. Ay, hindi ko maintindihan. Okay, dyan ba sa committee?
Adrian, let us know if okay na yung ano, all the panels for screenshotting.
A few more minutes, pal.
Okay. Ah. Tapos, ibalik mo, di ba?
All right, pal.
All right. Thank you very much, Adrian, for taking the screenshots and to documenting all of the panels so that we could know that these are evidences of the proof ng ano po ng kanilang attendance for today. All right. Go ahead, Luz.
So right now, we are now at the heart of today's activity, which is the deployment of the training regulations, competency assessment tools, and assessment fees. Before we proceed, we kindly request all participants to hold your question for the designated open forum portion after the presentation of the two qualifications. The deployment of the TRs, CATs, and AFs will be presented by our sectoral focus from the Competency Standard Development Division and Competency Programs and System Development Division. To begin, we will have the presentation on beauty care, nail enhancement, technology services, NC3 to be presented by Mr. Edwin Maglalang, our Senior TSD Specialist of QSO-CSDD, and Ms. Sarah Texon, Senior TSD Specialist of QSO-CPSDD. You may now proceed with your presentation. Thank you.
Okay, good morning everyone. Can you see my presentation on the screen po? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good morning. So I'm going to present the implementing guidelines on the deployment of training regulations for beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC3. This is under test the circular number 100 series of 2024. The outline of my presentation would be the following: background rationale, objectives, scope and coverage, implementation, mechanism, conduct of competency assessment, and feedback, monitoring and feedback system. The background and rationale. That's the board resolution number 2020-29 dated June 9, 2020 on approving and promulgating the training regulations for beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC3 was issued. The above mentioned training regulations was reviewed in partnership with the Philippine International Cosmetologists Association or PICA. The deployment of this TR is in accordance with the operating procedure on the development and deployment of training regulations under ISO 9001 2015. The objectives: to implement the training regulations aimed at better responding to the demands of the industry. This TR will promote competencies that are readily employable, environment-friendly, and compliant with industry requirements of the beauty and wellness sector. To strengthen the industry-academic linkages, addressing the skill-job mismatch in critical sector, and to build the training and assessment infrastructure for the development of industry workers in the sector. Scope. The scope or coverage, new and existing training training programs registered under the No Training Regulations or NTR or LGU industry / other government programs relating or leading to beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, and C3 shall be covered by this circular. Implementation mechanism. A. Utilization of the new TR. To ensure utilization of this TR, all regional, provincial, district directors shall immediately advocate, encourage, and facilitate the registration and re-registration of above-mentioned program. The Qualifications and Standards Office shall initiate deployment / orientation of TRs and CATs for all regional, provincial, district offices in accordance with the operating procedure on development and deployment of TRs and CATs. B. Training delivery modality. Training providers shall be required to offer the program through the following delivery mode options: institution / school-based, enterprise-based, or community-based. To standardize, sorry po. One month.
Wait lang po, may technical difficulties lang po, inaayos lang po, and we will going back po sa inyo po.
Sorry po for the inconvenience. Nagkaroon lang ho ng technical glitch. Training providers shall be required to offer the program through the following delivery mode options: institutions / based, school-based, enterprise-based, or community-based. To standardize program offerings, training providers shall be required to develop competency-based curriculum based on this TR. To ensure quality training delivery, training providers shall adhere to the training arrangements as stipulated in this TR, including the trainer's qualification, training entry requirements, training facilities, materials, tools, and equipment. Program registration. Registration or re-registration / migration to new or amended training regulations within a period of 1 year shall commence only after the issuance of the approved implementing guidelines on the deployment of training regulations, competency assessment tools, and the conduct of capability building program for regional lead assessors, CBP for RLAs. The conduct of CBP for RLAs shall facilitate the building of the training and assessment infrastructure and to ensure uniform / standard implementation of competency assessment based on operating procedure on competency assessment, TESDA OPCO-5 revision 00. program registration. Under program registration number 2, subject to the relevant provisions of Section 11 of TESDA Circular number 7, series of 2016 on the amended Omnibus Guidelines on UTPRA's all no training regulations or NTR registered programs related to this qualification shall be registered as with training regulations or WTR within a period of 1 year, which shall commence only after the issuance of the approved implementing guidelines on the deployment of training regulations, competency assessment tools, and the conduct of capability building program for regional lead assessors. The registration of program related to beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC3 shall follow the operating procedure on program registration. That's the OPCO-01 Revision 00 and current program registration guidelines. All regional, provincial, district directors are hereby instructed to ensure the availability of infrastructure in training to process applications for program registration, which shall be made within the allowable process cycle time indicated in the operating procedure on program registration or existing guidelines. The National TVET Trainers Academy or NTTA shall initiate the training for regional lead trainers prior to the conduct of CBP RLA. The following code shall be applied for this training regulation. So, basic competencies is already posted with our new set of basic competencies. This is already the one that is being used here in this training regulation. We have our common competencies and the core competencies. Perform preparatory activities, prepare appropriate products, tools, and equipment, perform nail enhancement technology procedures, perform post-service activities, and perform advanced nail polish procedures. So you would see in our uploaded training regulation the specific codes for this. Trainer's qualification, holder of National TVET Trainer Certificate Level 1 in Beauty Care, Nail Enhancement Technology Services, NC3. Number 2, must have at least 2 years industry experience within the last 5 years. Assessment and certification. The assessment and certification shall follow the operating procedure for competency assessment, document number TESDA OPCO-05 Revision 00, and provisions of Section 4 Assessment and Certification Arrangement of DTRs. A national certificate is issued when a candidate has demonstrated competence in all the units of competency for beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC3. Number 3, beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC3 may be attained through the demonstration of competence through a single comprehensive project type assessment covering all required units of competency of this qualification. For candidate wanting to be certified will have to be assessed in accordance with the requirements identified in the evidence guide of the relevant units or units of competency. Candidates who have gained competencies through informal training and previous work or life experiences may also apply for recognition in a particular qualification through the competency assessment. The following are qualified to apply for assessment and certification: graduates of WTR and TR registered programs or formal/non-formal, informal, including enterprise-based trainings related to beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC3. Experienced workers, wage-employed or self-employed who gained competencies in providing nail enhancement technology services for at least 2 years within the last 5 years. Holders of National Certificate or COC in Beauty Care, Nail Enhancement Technology Services, NC3, are required to undergo assessment under the amended TRs upon expiration of their certificates. Conduct of competency assessment. The QSO shall deploy the competency assessment tools to all regional/provincial offices. Concurrent with this, the certification office shall conduct capability building programs for regional lead assessors as stated in Section 6 of the operating procedure for development of competency assessment tools. Document number TESDA OP CO-02 revision number 01. Qualification of competency assessors in accordance with TESDA Circular number 64, series of 2020 on the accreditation of assessment centers and competency assessors under the Philippine Tibet Competency Assessment and Certification System or PTCAX, amending the TESDA Circular number 15, series of 2015 and operating procedures TESDA OPCO-03 and 04 or its amended version. The accredited competency assessor must fulfill all the following conditions. Practitioner of the occupation/trade in the trade area for at least 2 years. Candidates without required industry work experience shall be granted provisional accreditation subject to the guidelines promulgated by the TESDA board for the purpose. Holder of a national certificate at the same or higher level of the qualification where the assessor is accredited. Holder of NTTC 1 or COC2 conduct competency assessment under trainer's methodology level 1. For new applicant as competency assessor, he or she must have conducted actual assessment for at least 10 candidates under the supervision of a regional provincial lead assessor as part of capability building of competency assessors. For accredited competency assessors of the amended training regulations, she shall only be required to conduct actual assessment to at least 2 candidates for related qualifications under the supervision of a regional or provincial lead assessor. Erring assessors shall be subjected to the provision of TESDA Circular number 134, series of 2019. Competency assessment tools. The CATs shall be regarded with strict confidentiality. The documents include the assessor's guide, rating sheet with prescribed tasks, activities, and time allocation for the conduct of assessment. The assessor's guide shall strictly followed in the conduct of assessment. The rating sheet shall be used to record the evaluation of candidates. The specific instructions for the candidate shall be provided to each candidate at the start of assessment and returned assessor right after the assessment activity. The CATs must be returned to the TESDA representative/district/provincial officer within the same day of assessment. The CAT's specification and the size requirement for the facilities and supplies, tools, and equipment must be used in the accreditation of an assessment center. Assessment centers, a separate TESDA circular will be issued upon promulgation of assessment fee for this qualification. Integrity and fortification of assessment and certification shall be strictly adhered through the implementation of the following measures. Conduct of capability building program for regional lead assessors by the certification office in collaboration with QSO. Conduct of capability building program for provincial lead assessors and competency assessors by the regional office through appointed RLAs. You have pre-scheduled assessment, presence of a TESDA representative during the entire conduct of assessment, and conduct of calibration workshop for competency assessors by the TESDA regional provincial officers through the RLA and PLAs. Mandatory assessment. All TVIs with UTPRAS registered programs on beauty care, Nail Enhancement Technology Services NC3 shall ensure mandatory assessment of their graduating students. The list of certified individuals shall be uploaded in the online registry of workers certified. Monitoring and feedback system. The regional and provincial district offices, or ROPO, shall closely monitor the implementation of the registered programs under this TR, and the ROPO shall require the education and training providers with registered program under this TR to report the enrolled graduates and employed in the T2MIS as part of the regular monitoring and feedback system. For the assessment, the duration is 4 hours and 30 minutes. The method of assessment is demonstration with oral questioning. Assessment fee is 967 pesos. Thank you very much for listening.
All right, thank you very much, Sir Edwin Maglalang. For the next okay, please hold your questions for if you have any concerns po for the training regulations or CATs po or the assessment fees, kindly hold po your questions. We will be giving you a open forum later on, and in this open forum, we will be giving the floor po to the participants. We will be collecting all your questions. Uh, Once nakapag answer po ang aming focal person, we will be also giving the floor to our focal person as well, or our technical experts, whoever can answer po later on the questions po. So next po natin, I will be sharing my screen for the presentation of the training regulations for land-based transport mobile air conditioning, MAC servicing NC2. One moment po. Loading po siya. Ayan. So today I will be presenting the implementing guidelines for the training regulations for land-based transportation mobile air conditioning or MAC servicing NC2 under this is under the HVAC-R sector. Opo. The contents of my presentation, same as Sir Edwin po siya. So it will consist of the background or the rationale, along with the objectives, scope, and coverage, implementation mechanism, conduct of competency, and then also the monitoring and feedbacking system. All of these are a part of the infrastructure of how the implementation shall be for these training regulation CATs and assessment fee and assessment certification. Background, same as Sir Edwin Pusha, so test the board resolution number 2021 dash 24 dated 8th of June 2021 on approving and promulgating the amended training regulations for transport RAC servicing at 2. So from transport RAC servicing NC2 po siya, naging ano naman, it is now land-based transport mobile air conditioning MAC servicing NC2. So this was issued. The above mentioned training regulations was reviewed in partnership with RACTAP. So we thank our technical experts. Our technical experts for this training regulations came from RACTAP, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Technicians for Development of the Philippines, or RACTAP. They are very active when it comes to the development of our training regulations. Lahat ng qualifications under the HVAC sector, um, they are very active alongside with UNIDO. With UNIDO, they're also very active. So shout out po sa ating UNIDO. Thank you very much for always supporting test the programs, and also to RACTAP for your guidance, and also your direction in making the training regulations. The deployment of this TR is in accordance with the operating procedure on the deployment, and the deployment of the training regulations is under ISO 9001:2015. To implement the TRs, another objective is to implement the TRs aimed to better responding to the demands of the industry. So again, RACTAP was tapped into. RACTAP was able to give us what the industry is in need for. This is actually more focused also on the safety aspect. There are a lot of recalibrating when it comes to the policies of the HVAC sector when it comes to their competencies and skills that they look for in the competent workers. In order for them to be recognized as competent, they have to know these skills, these new updated skills of the training regulations. So another objective is to strengthen the industry academe linkages addressing the skills jobs mismatch in critical sectors, and also to rebuild to build the training and assessment infrastructures as I mentioned earlier for the development of the industry workers in the sector. So all in all, the objectives is actually to promote and to upskill to because another reason for these kinds of updating of training regulations is to keep up with the the uh, the present technology that is being used, so so that we can say that all our workers in the workforce are ready for international standards and when it comes to national standards as well. Scope and coverage. So the new and existing training programs registered under the NTR or LGU industry or other government programs relating or leading to land-based transport, mobile air conditioning, or MAC servicing NC2 shall be covered by this circular. As I said earlier, if you want to get reference, the circular is test the circular number 084 series of 2021. So the implementation mechanism, utilization of the amended DR. So there is going to be a superseded one. We are now going to be um, implementing the amended DR. To ensure the utilization of this DR, all regional, provincial, district directors shall immediately encourage and facilitate the registration and re-registration of above mentioned program. The qualifications and standards, oops, may ano po, and standards office shall conduct the deployment orientation of the TR and CATs for all regional, provincial, district offices in accordance with the operating procedures on development and deployment of TRs and CATs po. Training delivery modality. Training providers shall be required to offer the program using training delivery mode options such as the institution or school-based or enterprise-based or community-based or combination of modalities. To standardize program offerings, training providers shall be required to develop competency or CBC based on TR. Yeah, this is for C. Actually, this is all connected later on when it comes to the TR, CATS, and then the CBC. To ensure the quality of the training delivery, the training providers shall adhere to the training arrangements as stipulated in the TR, including the trainer's qualifications, trainee entry requirements, training facilities, materials, tools, and equipment. So all of these that were mentioned po, were actually these were carefully formulated and determined by the technical experts when it comes to lalo na po sa trainers qualifications, trainee entry requirements. We made sure that there is inclusivity, lahat po possible na magkaroon ng opportunity na maging trainee for this qualification. Training facilities as well. The experts also were able to um, carefully determine the right amount of tools needed for the training. That goes with the same with competency assessment tools. So that when it comes to the usage of the tools, wala pong nasasayang doon. Lahat po ng materials, tools, and equipment, they are used to the max po. Yan po. So there. Program registration. So registration or registration or migration to a new or amended training regulations within a period of 1 year shall commence only after the following activities were undertaken: the issuance of the approved implementing guidelines on the deployment of training regulations and competency assessment tools, and the conduct of capability, so CBP RLA for RLT and RLA has been conducted. The conduct of CBP RLTs and RLA shall facilitate the building of the training and assessment infrastructure to ensure uniform and standard implementation of competency assessment based on operating procedures on competency assessment. So this is all based on TESDA OPCO 05. Subject to the relevant provisions of the existing omnibus guidelines on program registration under UTPRAS, all NTR registered programs related to this qualification shall be re-registered as with WTR po within a period of 1 year, which shall commence only after the activities indicated in letters A and B and number 1 were completed. So, balik po tayo dito. Yan po. So, dapat makomplete po ito. Registration and conduct of CBP RLA. So, kailangan po matapos po muna ang CBP RLT and RLA. And also, that's actually the whole migration period within 1 year. The registration of program related to land-based transport, mobile air conditioning, servicing NC2 shall follow the current operating procedure on program registration or existing guidelines. All regional, provincial, district directors are hereby instructed to process application for program registration within the allowable process time or PCT indicated in the operating procedure on program registration or existing guidelines. And the National Tibet Trainers Academy shall initiate the training for the RLT. The RLA naman po, the CBP RLA, the certification office naman po ang in charge po doon. So here. So for appreciation po, the following are ano po yung ating details of our training regulations. So what is our qualification title number 1? It is land-based transport mobile air conditioning or MAC servicing NC2. That is the qualification code HVC MAC 221. You can see this later on in the website once it is what has been posted. The version is HVC MAC 221. So this will signify that this is the latest version. Unit code. Hold on. These are the basic competencies. So from before, we can see that they were able to uh, inject the 21st century skills. So we have participate in workplace communication. Ito na po yung mga bago: work in team environment, solve and address general workplace problems, develop career and life decisions, contribute workplace innovation, pres- present relevant information, practice occupational safety and health policies and procedures, exercise efficient and effective sustainable practices in the workplace, and also practice entrepreneurial skills in the workplace. This is actually all a part of the 21st century skills. Kaya most of the training regulations from before, from like 2015 pababa po, pag binabago na po natin siya into the newly promulgated training regulations, we make sure that the 21st century skills are a part of it po. So the following codes shall be applied for this TR for naman sa common competencies naman po. So the common competencies, when we say common competencies, these are cut across the whole HVAC sector. Specialized for the HVAC sector, but it can be applied across qualifications. So here are the common competencies that will be learned by the learners. Prepare materials and tools. So also interpret technical drawings and plans. Observe procedures, specifications, and manuals of instructions. Perform mensuration and calculations. Perform basic bench works. Check basic electric circuits. Maintain tools and equipment. Perform housekeeping and safety practices. So there are yung mga safety aspects po ng TR, especially for this sector. When we say kasi HVAC sector, they are very keen when it comes to safety. The tools, yung kailangan po meron tayong gloves or the protective clothes po natin para sa hindi tayo ma-electrocute. So they are very ano po dun, they make sure that the competencies are there within the learner. So also document work accomplishment. For the core competencies, these are the ones that are specialized for this training regulation in particular. So the first being service and maintain mobile air conditioning units, troubleshoot and repair mobile air conditioning systems, perform startup and test and commissioning for mobile air conditioning systems. So there are three core competencies po natin. For trainers qualifications, the trainer must be a holder of the NTTC Level 1 in land-based transport MAC servicing NC2 or automotive servicing NC3 or graduate of BSIE, BTTE or BTVETED, sorry, major in RAC and with land-based transport MAC servicing NC2 or automotive servicing NC3 certificate. Yan po yung kanyang requirement. So you must have this in order to become a trainer. Must be computer literate as well, and must have at least 2 years related industry experience within the last 5 years. So just a proof that you were able to practice or have industry practice of your profession for the last 5 years po. Assessment and certification. Assessment and certification shall follow the existing procedure for the competency provisions of Section 4, Assessment and Certification, of arrangements of the TRs or new assessment arrangements to adapt to the new normal. So the qualifications of land-based transport, mobile air conditioning, or MAC servicing NC2 may be attained through demonstration of competence through a single comprehensive project type assessment covering all required units of competency of this qualification. Assessment shall cover all competencies with basic and common integrated or assessed concurrent with the core units. So very essential po when it comes to the assessment. The core competencies are being demonstrated by the candidate. Any of the following are qualified to apply for assessment and certification: graduates of formal, non-formal, and informal, including enterprise-based training programs. Experienced workers in rack servicing for at least 2 years, either waged or self-employed. Also, holders of national certificate or COCs in transport rack servicing NC2 are required to undergo reassessment. So if you have the previous NC, which is the transport rack servicing RAC servicing NC2, you will have to go and it expires. You will have to go reassessment in order to have an updated NC, because in this NC you will have an updated list of competencies. So it would be able you would be able to be recognized as the ones that have that possess those updated skills to be able to meet the workforce needs. So there's also recognition of prior learning or RPL. Candidates who have gained competencies through previous work or life experiences, education, and informal training related to all the competencies may apply for recognition in the qualification through portfolio assessment in accordance with the provision of TESDA Circular number 59 series of 2020. Number seven, see the guidelines on assessment and certification are discussed in the detail in the procedures manual on the assessment and certification and guidelines on the implementation of the Philippine TVET or yung PTCACs po. The Qualifications and the Standards Office for the conduct of competency assessment. The Qualifications and Standards Office shall deploy the competency assessment tools or CATs to all ROPODOS. So we have a mechanism for that here in QSO, wherein all our certification and assessment focals, assessment and certification CAC focals are the ones what do you call this assigned to as the custodians of the cats. But when we deploy so that sila po ang may responsibility. So for our CAC focals, we will be disseminating a memorandum on this when the latest volume will be sent out po. So anytime po that would be anytime after this after this national deployment. So concurrent with this, the certification office in collaboration with QSO shall conduct capability building programs for prospective regional lead assessors, as stated, the one I mentioned earlier, CBP-RLA, as stated in Section 6 of the operating procedure for the development of competency assessment tools. Uh, according sa OP namin po yan. Qualifications of competency assessors. In accordance with TESDA Circular number 64, series of 2020 on the accreditation of assessment centers and competency assessors under the Philippine TVET or the PTCACs amending TESDA Circular number 15, series of 2015, and operating procedures number TESDA OPCO 03 and 04. The accredited competency assessor must fulfill all of the following conditions po. So we were able to determine number one, practitioner in the trade area of transport rack servicing for at least 3 years. Practitioner refers to technical experts engaged in teaching or in training workers. So pwede po siyang past trainer, workers in transport rack servicing. So anything, pwede po yung siguro COC, the documents that you can submit in order to prove that you had past practice in the industry, or to supervisors tasked to lead or to manage transport rack servicing workers and are able to perform three core competencies. So there, sa land-based transport max servicing NC2. Holder. So you are also a holder of the same NC or higher. Um, sorry, a higher qualification where the competency assessor is accredited. So it can be also a holder of NTTC 1 or COC2. Yung COC2 po natin sa TM1, Conduct of Competency Assessment under Training TM1 po. For a new applicant or a new competency assessor applicant, he or she must have conducted actual assessment. Same lang po as the one reported earlier. Conducted an actual assessment to at least 10 candidates under the supervision of the regional or provincial lead assessor. So earlier we heard that there is a program under the certification office called CBP RLA. Yun po yun. The one who is the prospective lead assessor will be the one will be the one supervising yung ating mga bagong competency assessor. So as you can see, there is really a infrastructure in the need to such implementation of this training regulation po as part of the capability of building of We apologize for that. So we had some technical difficulties po here. So going back po. Yeah, so going back to the qualifications of our assessors. We also have a clause here in our IG. Erring competency assessor shall be subjected to the provisions of Testa Circular number 134, series of 2019, and other relevant issuances. Proceed po tayo. The CATs shall be regarded with strict confidentiality. The documents include the assessor's guide. So there are 5 parts actually. There are 5 parts in the CATS package natin. So there's competency as the assessor's guide, rating sheet with the prescribed task activities and time allocation for the conduct of assessment. So along with that, meron po siyang self-assessment guide. The self-assessment guide naman po is provided naman po to the candidate before. And then we also have the the CARS, the competency assessment results. So ang results naman po natin ay a very important document so that the candidate will have this as proof that he underwent the assessment and what was the result. So the assessor's guide shall be strictly followed in the conduct of assessment. The rating sheet shall be used to record the evaluation of the candidates. And the other part of the lima po nga pala yan. So the other one is the specific instructions to the um, candidate. So all of these actually, so number one po natin dito, the CATs shall be regarded with strict confidentiality. It's actually a very strict, very confidential package or document, yung CATs package po talaga natin. So that's why we only allot a number of CAC, CAC focals that are responsible for the safekeeping of the cats when it ends. Leak pandemic po again, and there are any need for adjustments or any revisions for the cats, You could relay this to the central office or to our office po sa QSO, and then we will be doing the necessary actions in order to address such ano po, so we could be able to adapt po to that new normal or the new normal. The cats must be returned to the tester representative district or district provincial officer, actually on a regional district or provincial officer within the same day of the assessment or based on the guidelines in the conduct of assessment in the new normal. Assessment centers po natin. Conduct of assessment shall be done in the accredited assessment centers or ACCs, which pass the requirements based on the operating procedure or existing guidelines. So here, the CAT specified specifications on the size of the requirement of the facilities and list of supplies and tools and equipment must be used in the accreditation of assessment centers or uh, as provided in the current test the circular related to the conduct of assessment in the new normal, subject to health and safety protocols. So when it comes to accreditation, or yes, the accreditation of your assessment centers, you would be needing the list of tools and materials. You could actually I think request this from the district Ropodos for our stakeholders. If you want, if there are ACs assessment centers that would be interested in the registration of their assessment centers, then kindly refer to your Ropoda so that you would know this yung supplies, tools, and materials po nito. A separate test circular for the promulgation of assessment fees. So actually, if I look at it here in our database, I would like to present lang po actually for the appreciation po. Meron po kasi kaming database on the what we kung magkano po ang each qualification. So, one moment. Give me 1 minute lang po. I will also look. All right. Ayan po. So, allow me to share. Oh, sorry. Allow me to mute you po, ma'am. All right. So, allow me to share this one po. Our promulgated assessment fees for land-based transport mobile air conditioning or MAC servicing NC2 was formulated back in 2021. So the assessor's fee now, formerly, I believe, kung hindi po ako nagkakamali, ang assessor's fee ng mga dating qualifications ng HVAC would range from 100 to 300 lang po per assessment. Now, since nag-rationalize na po tayo ng ating assessment fees, our assessment fee, sorry, assessor's fee for an assessor to para mag-assess po siya ng 10 candidates for this qualification, yung land-based MAC servicing NC2 is 3,192 na po for 10 candidates po yan, 3,192. Um, so you can have more information on this. Meron po siya ditong circular number tester circular number 098/2021. This is the reference so that you could see para siguro kung kailangan niyo na po ng basis. And then the land-based transport, yung pinaka full assessment po niya is 993. So less than 1,000 pesos po yan. Basically, the CATS po, yung CATS package natin is designed for 10 candidates. So when you are going to undergo sorry, or when you are going to implement the assessment, so kailangan talaga 10 candidates yun kasi the assessor's fee is 3,192. Oo, so ang total again ng ating full NC is 993. Kasama naman po yan sa ating ano. And so integrity, and back to my presentation po. Integrity fortification of assessment and certification shall be strictly adhered to through the implementation of the following measures. So again, conduct of capability building program for yung CBPRLA by the certification office in collaboration with QSO. Conduct of CBP TLA or the provincial lead assessors, and assessors by the regional office through the appointed RLAs. Yeah, so remember the few reminders lang po to for our integrity fortification. Integrity fortification of assessment and certification shall be strictly adhered to through the implementation of the following measures. So pre-scheduled assessment. Also presence of the tester representative during the entire conduct of assessment. Laging ano naman po yan, that is the usual practice natin for the conduct of assessment. Conduct of calibration workshop for accredited competency assessors by the TESTA, regional, provincial offices through the RLA or PLAs, or by the CO and QSO as necessary. So from now and then nagko-conduct po kami sa actually ano po to, hand in hand with the CO, with the certification office. We conduct calibration workshops para makalibrate po lahat ng ating assessors, ang pool of assessors po natin. Registry of Certified Workers. The list of certified individuals shall be uploaded in the online registry of workers certified by RWAC. So sorry. Okay, last slide po. The regional and provincial district offices shall closely monitor the implementation of the registered programs under this TR. And the ROPODO shall require the education and training providers with registered program under this TR to report disenrolled graduates and employed in the T2MIS as part of the regular monitoring and feedback system. So there po. All right. So thank you very much. That concludes my presentation for land-based transport, MAC servicing, and C2. All right.
Thank you so much to our sectoral focus from CSDD and CPSDD, Mr. Edwin and Mr. Paulo, for presenting the TR, CATs, and AFs of the two qualifications for deployment. We will now proceed to the open forum. This is now the best time to raise your questions, clarification to the previously discussed qualifications. However, due to time constraint, we might not be able to accommodate all questions. For that, all the remaining inquiries will be consolidated and addressed officially in writing. Please use the raise hand icon so we can acknowledge you properly, or you may also write your questions on the chat box. And please mention to whom you direct your questions so that the respective office can address them properly. And we have 30 minutes for this open forum.
Moderators, nakapag-raise ng kamay si Sir Verhel and si RD Joven, and also Region 6 Iloilo.
Thank you, Edie. Good morning.
Go ahead, sir. Sir Joven Super.
Yes. No, ang akin lang is since sasabihin natin may migration dahil dun sa unang TR natin. Anong pagbabago nito ngayon? Sana na-present man lang sana yung pagbabago niya from the old one to new one.
Thank you, RD Joven, for that. Can I request Sir Edwin and Sir Pau to please present the changes from the old TR to the new ones? Thank you.
Hindi ko ma-open naman to lintik na to.
Okay na po ba yung...
Ayun nga.
Oh, yung... Ang changes nito, Sir Hoben, is yung nail enhancement technology procedures na wala ko dun sa unang mga training regulation natin for nail enhancement. Meron din siyang mga kasamang kanho rito from the new one. Kaya ito po yung one. And may I request also my technical experts to please add kung ano ba ang kwan natin dito na idagdag dito sa NC3 qualification natin. Si Miss Don Donilla nandan ho ba? Or si Ma'am Clarina?
Nandito po. Good morning.
Yeah, sir. You have the floor.
Okay. Mayroon pong nadagdag po. Ito pong NC3 po ay bago na po siya. Ang task niya is different from the NC2. Kaya ginawa tong bago dahil technology na pong ginagamit niya ngayon. Hindi siya basic na basic.
Hello, Mr. Chair.
Opo.
Ang tanong ko lang, ibig bang sabihin yung dati wala nang gumagamit doon?
Ano po, yung dati po, yung NC2,
Wala nang gumagamit doon.
may gumagamit pa po.
So
That every
is there a need for us to migrate or coexist?
exist po. Kasi yung NC2 po is the basic only.
So walang i-migrate dito.
Wala po. I think this is an konho. Yung NC2 is NC2, NC3 is NC3. So
Kasi
those yung
uh,
kon Sir RD, kung yung mga ibang kon siguro na gustong mag-offer ng ganitong program could register their program, pero I think walang migration from the old kasi may existing na NC2 pa, hindi ba, Sir Ching?
Opo, existing pa din.
Yeah, kasi kaya kung tinatanong yun, kasi may pin-explain kayo na migration. So, ibig sabihin, i-clarify ko lang, ito, walang migration. Thank you.
Wala po.
What about the other one? Yung sa Mac service.
Siguro Sir Paulo could answer po dun sa rap. Thank you, Sir Joven.
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning po, RD. So, RD, yung ano po yung kasama ko po RD dito as my technical experts as well. So, RD, may I present and also to the others po. Our technical experts, Sir Chris Bernardino and Sir Augusto Kitco. We will be presenting to you the amendments.
Pau, there's a
yes po.
There's another voice dun
Meron
sa
pa.
kabila mo. Paki-off muna yung isa mong unit.
One moment.
Para mas
Check ko po
marinig
yung
yun.
ano.
Thank you.
Okay na po ba yung... Yes, okay na.
Yeah, that's better.
All right.
On Mars conversation, conservation, and socio-economic development.
So I give the floor now to our technical experts so that they can explain the technicalities further. Sir Chris or Sir Ogie Kitco.
Hello, Sir Pao.
Ayan, Sir Sam pala. Sir Sam, you're joining pala. Good morning, sir.
Sir, good morning, sir. Can I respond in behalf of Racktop?
Sige, go ahead po, sir.
Sir Joben, magandang umaga po sa aking paboritong RD.
Hello, Sir Paulo. May I?
Yan pala. Oo. Si Sir Sam na ba? Sige, Sir Sam, ikaw na.
Sir Manny, good morning, sir. Sir Sam?
Go ahead, Sir Sam.
Hello. Regarding po sa changes for this training regulations, no? Original na po yung sa transport truck servicing NC2 po ito nanggaling since during our review napag-agrihan ng mga technical expert na iwalay yung sa transport refrigeration and then sa transport mobile air conditioning, no. So bali yung sa land-based transport refrigeration is na-promulgate na po yung TR para doon. So bali sinunod lang po namin itong transport mobile air conditioning since pati sinama na rin namin yung addition ng 21st century skills sa basic competencies plus yung sa yung format ng ng training ng competency standards section 2. Bali kasi originally 2 columns yun, so naging 4 columns din yung format for this TR po. So yun po yung mga pagbabago regarding this training regulations. Thank you.
Hello, Sam.
Go ahead po, RD.
Yes, kasi tinan niyo yan, may yung basic competencies, pero tapos common amendments sa core. Ang pagkakaiba naman yung yung mobile air conditioning yung isa sinabing transport air conditioning. Anong pagkakaiba ng mobile at saka transport, sir?
Hello, sir. Can I respond po?
Opo, please.
Yes,
Yes, sir,
Go ahead po,
RD.
sir. Yes po, sir.
Oo. Good morning po, Sir RD. This is Manny Azucena po of Fractal.
Yes.
Yes, sir, yung ang rationale behind kasi po talaga diyan, nung unang ginawa po 'yan, ang title po niyan is Transport Refrigeration and Air Conditioning. So marami pong nagpapa-assess, halimbawa ang line of specialization nila is on mobile air conditioning only. So hindi po nila kayang i-perform yung competencies on refrigeration kasi hindi po 'yan ang specialization nila. Meron naman nagpapa-assess, refrigeration sila, hindi naman na kaya i-perform yung sa mobile air conditioning. So we decided na dapat talaga hiwalay yon. So kaya nahiwalay po yan. And then doon po sa mga core competencies, kaya po natanggal yung install, transport, refrigeration, air conditioning. Usually kasi pag lumabas ng sasakyan, naka-install na yun eh. Wala nang i-install doon ng technician. So ang gagawin na lang is how to service it, no? Tapos kapag titingnan nyo dyan, yung recover and recycle refrigerants, it's already embedded doon sa troubleshoot and repair. Nandun na po yan. Kasi bago nyo i-troubleshoot at repair, nire-recover nyo at nire-recycle nyo yung refrigerant. Yung number 5 naman po, repair and retrofit, dati ho kasi inaalaw yung retrofitting. Ibig sabihin from the old refrigerant, papalitan ng bagong refrigerant. It's either drop-in o kaya merong mga pinapalitang langis, which is no longer acceptable ho kasi meron na hong pamalit. Kaya nabawasan po ng mga core competencies yan. So dapat ang perform niya na lang ho itong tatlong ito. Kaya nabago ho yung mga core competencies.
Itanong ko lang, sir.
Yes, sir.
Wala na bang gumagawa nitong mga core competencies nitong transport natin? O mayroon pa rin?
So far wala na pong nag-i-install. Yan po yung install ng transport refrigeration. Kasi ano ho yan eh. Sabi ko nga as I mentioned before, kapag lumabas po yan ng manufacturing, naka-install na. Kasi noon uso sa atin yung nag-i-install pa ng mga install yung evaporator, yung condenser sa mga practices ho ng mga yung mga makaluma. Ngayon wala na.
Sir Manny?
Yes, sir.
Sir Manny, I understand you but ako lang nag-avoid lang kami, napunta na kami ni ilang beses na kami napunta ni EDLC sa Congress dahil sa word na yung pagmamigrate. Ang sa atin lang sana is kapag nakikita natin na mayroon pang gumagamit ng old one, huwag nating i-migrate. mag-coexist lang muna and let the old one die a natural death. Na pag sinabi ng company, hindi ko na kailangan yan, unti-unti wala naman mag-i-enroll na dyan eh. Kaysa naman, urgent din natin i-migrate siya for 1 year. Eh, mamaya may mag-iingay na naman. Yan pa naman ginagamit namin. Hindi pa naman namin ginagamit yung iba, yung bagong sinasabi nyo. Diba? So, kaya ako medyo allergic dyan sa word na migrate. Mag-migrate tayo kung talagang wala na talaga. Pero kapag mayroon pa, pwede bang wag mo nang i-migrate, let that exist, tapos mag-coexist dun sa bago, unti-unti mag-transition. Yun lamang ang side sa regional office. Thank you.
I think yung keso po sasagot yan.
Yeah, thank you for that, RD Joven, and well taken note of yung concern po nila. Just a note lang po that in the review of the training regulations and also in crafting new ones, these are based also on the signals coming from the industry. But tama nga po, may point nga din po kayo, so we're taking note of that po for our future undertakings. Salamat po.
Thank you, Edie. Can I have another one, Edie, please?
Yes, sir. And then after that, we still have 4 hands raised.
Yes. Isa na lang.
Yes, sir.
Yung may word kasi doon sa pinresend niyo na for new applicant, yung mga assessor ba, they will conduct 10, di ba? May mga issue na kasi sa amin nangyari yan. The word kasi doon sa TR natin for new applicant, applicant na assessor. Is this specific sa applicant doon sa qualification, or kasi there are applicants na assessor na sila sa ibang qualification? Anong ibig sabihin? Pag ito ba ay kapag assessor na sila sa ibang qualification, hindi sila considered as new applicant?
Sir, it follows po that's on the per qualification basis po.
Per qualification. Okay,
Yes.
it's clear. Thank you.
Thank you po. Back to you, moderators.
All right. So probably we could entertain po another question po. May mga nakataas po na kamay. From Region 4B po, Sir Verhel Soriano. Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning. Actually, minor lang naman itong akin. Pwede patingin nung common competency regarding dito sa interpret, technical, naandun ba siya? Technical drawing, ito, common competency. Kasi dito sa interpret technical drawing, parang ay sa consider na
Wala. Sir Verhel, are you there? Sir Verhel?
Sir Verhel po ay na-disconnect po siguro. Let us wait for
Can you please check?
one moment.
Yeah, check first.
One moment. Check po natin. Nag-freeze po siya. Ayan. Reconnecting po. Ayan. Ayan na. Yan na ba? Yan na. Wala pa.
Nawala yata si Sir Verhel. We'll just go back to him later. Pao?
Alright. Sige
Okay.
po. Another one po. Naka-raise pong actually dalawa po pong hands. Si Sir Celestial from Region 6. RTC Iloilo po. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Yes,
Magandang umaga po sa EDLC at sa ating mga kasamahan. Yung concern ko dito kasi sa land transport or sa MAC, specifically sa MAC. Sir, I would like to clarify. Dahil nahiwalay na ito, ang cuts ba nito is tapos na or na revise? Particular on MAC.
You're asking po about the competency assessment tools kung natapos na. Am I
Yes,
right?
sir. Kasi,
Okay.
yeah. Yes, sir. Ang concern ko kasi, sir, sa previous kasi na cuts natin, may mga question doon na hindi angko po sa MAC. Ang question na yun ay para yun sa mga dati pang air conditioning unit. So, yun ang tanong ko kung nabago na rin yung mga sa cuts natin, yung mga question doon na angkop na talaga sa mobile air conditioning na tanong.
Okay, in that case, may I request Pau and Sir Manny being our vocal and our technical expert for the Mac.
All right.
Yes, sir. Sir Peryong, magandang umaga. Oo.
Yes, magandang umaga,
Oo, sir.
kaibigan.
Oo. Panyero, yung catch niyan, mga question size ay nabago na, no? We develop new questions, pati yung assessment instrument niyan. Actually na ano na yan, na nagkaroon kami ng competency, lead assessor.
Yes, sir,
Oo,
R&A.
nung sa May sa Davao ginawa. Oo. So we did use the new CATs para diyan. Yung mga tanong, we reviewed it thoroughly. Talagang we check na talagang yung mga questions ay related talaga sa mobile air conditioning lang.
Thank you for that information, sir. Para updated na, hindi na yung
Yes, sir.
dati. Thank you, AD Castelio, sir. Thank you.
Thank you po.
Baka may dagdag din si Sir Chris at Sir Sir OG nandiyan sila kasama namin ng develop.
All right.
Sir Elsid, maganda.
Yes,
Pasensya na po kayo.
Sir
Nag-brown
is
out
back.
bigla.
Okay.
Data gamit ko. Actually, sir, minor lang po naman itong akin. Dito lang sa common competency. Since sa mga different units and system, yung interpret technical drawing, isa lang po ba yun? O it should be interpret technical drawings and plans? So kung hindi na po mababago, yun, edi okay lang po. Kasi iba-iba ang system eh. And then second, dito po sa trainer's qualification, meron po ako nakita doon na BSIE graduate, baka ma-misinterpret at mapagkamala na yun ni Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering. I understand na yung BSIE ay industrial education yun. And then dito po sa qualified for assessment, ang po pwedeng kumuha ng assessment ay experience sa rack servicing. Ano po ba dapat ang gawin natin? Particular po ba rack servicing or it should be transport rack servicing? Kasi yung practitioner ng rack servicing baka walang experience sa mobile o sa transport ay kukuha ng assessment. So should it be rack servicing or transport rack servicing? Yun lang po naman. Salamat po, Director Elsid.
Thank you po. Can we go back to the issues raised by Sir Verhel, and then let's ask our technical experts, the team of Sir Manny, to help us on this. The first one is on the common competency.
Yes po.
And the second is on the
Trainer's
BS
qualification.
trainer's qualification. It should not be misconstrued as BS in industrial engineering. However, it should be stated as BS in industrial education. And the third one is on
experience rack servicing, or should it be transport truck servicing? The previous title.
Okay. Experts, please. Thank you.
Sir, clarify ko lang yung huling tanong yung kukuha ba ng assessment yun, sir? Yung sinasabi nyo na kailangan transport truck ba? O rack?
Yes sir, yung nakalagay kasi yung qualified for assessment ay nakalagay doon experience rack servicing, or should it be experience transport truck servicing?
Okay. Ganito yung kukuha sir ng assessment yan yung nilagay namin doon, kaya if I'm not mistaken, kaya namin generalized yung rack servicing kasi merong mga may mga rack servicing practitioner na marunong sa mobile air conditioning. Pero ano naman yan di ba pag kukuha ng assessment, merong self-assessment guide. Tama ba yung self-assessment guide ba ang tawag doon? May tinatanong na can I, di ba?
Yes, sir.
So kapag kaya niya, why not? So we can allow. Kung ang experience is on refrigeration, or transport refrigeration, air conditioning, or air conditioning lang. Kaya generalize na namin yan na rack servicing. Any susog ba Sir Chris or Sir OG?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Hello, ma'am, sir, Sir Manny.
Sir.
Paano kung di ba sabi ko kanina, hindi lahat alam yung sa transport, hindi alam ang sa rack servicing.
Tama, sir.
O paano kung pag nilagay nyo kasi dyan rack servicing, hahanapin na namin yan sa field. Di ba? So paano kung yung ang alam lang niya ay transport rack at hindi siya marunong doon sa
mobile air conditioning.
Kasi very specific yung sinabi. Tama si Sir Berhel doon eh.
Tama sir.
Dapat ilagay nyo ng kulatilya yon na talagang transport talaga. Parang sa ganun, specific talaga siya.
Kasi yung tanong sir kung yung kukuha ba ng assessment, kailangan hindi po ba? Yung ba ang pagkakaintindi ko sir? Yung kukuha ng assessment, kailangan ba mobile air conditioning ang background niya o rack?
Transport.
That's correct.
Kung transport, yung tama ba yung question sir? Sir Berhel?
Tama. Yun. Ang nakalagay kasi doon, rack, very general siya. Domestic ba yan o ano? Di ba? So malayo
tama,
yun.
Sir.
So kapag inilagay nyo kasi doon sa rack, hahanapin namin yun. Kung ang pupunta doon sa amin, rack ang nandoon. Yung hanapan namin siya ng domestic experience. Paano kung hindi niya alam ang domestic experience?
Tama yun sir kasi ang point yan sir, alam ko kasi pag kukuha ng assessment, walang sinasabing requirements kung ikaw ba ay mobile air conditioning lang o transport refrigeration lang. Kung kaya mo i-perform yung para sa mobile air conditioning, kasi yun nga sir, kukuha siya may mga tanong hindi ba doon na tinatanong nga muna transport refrigeration ka pero kuha ka ng mobile air conditioning, can you perform this? Chinecheck nila yun sir di ba? Pag chineck nila yun, ibig sabihin kaya nila i-perform. Yun ang point sir kung bakit nilagay namin na generalize kung hindi na kaya perform di kailangan mag-undergo muna ng training on mobile air conditioning.
Dapat ilagay niyo pala doon rack servicing or other related para any of the skills related to air conditioning pwedeng mag-qualify doon sa
ano pa to? Trainer's qualification kasi nakalagay dito Meron ba doon sa baba sir yung
you show the one yung pinag-uusapan Pao? Can you show that? Yung sa
qualification.
Yung pwedeng
qualified for assessment, sorry.
Yung qualified for assessment. Kung sino yung pwedeng kumuha ng assessment.
That's a candidate.
Ayun, yun yan yata. Nasa ibabaw.
Dayan.
Assessment. Experienced workers in MAC and rack servicing for at least 2 years. Ayan, yan sir. Experienced workers in MAC and rack servicing. Dapat to MAC or rack servicing for at least
But MAC or rack.
MAC or. In the end. Yung the following ba yan, kailangan ba yan i-possess niya yung dalawang yan? The following are qualified to apply for or any?
Or any po dapat yan.
Any dapat yan, di po ba?
Kaya Sir Manny, nakalagay dyan ay and. So magiging both
or,
yan.
Dapat yan or.
Ang aking ilang point doon din Sir Manny, kasi merong mga technician na pag nag-apply ng trabaho, although graduate siya ng rack servicing, pero pag nag-apply ng trabaho, doon napapapunta sa car aircon, tapos pakukuhanin ng assessment. So walang assurance na yung candidate can perform kung ang kanyang tinapos at experience ay rack servicing. So siguro dapat merong although graduate siya ng rack servicing, pero merong submission ng certificate of employment that the candidate is actually performing transport or mobile air conditioning servicing.
Tama, sir. For me kasi lahat yan mag-boil down dun sa self-assessment guide eh.
Pisa kasi, Sir Manny, dinadaya
Chinechikan
na
at chinechikan lang eh.
That is correct, Sir Manny. Kumbaga na-experience na yan previously. Chinechikan lang yan.
Oo nga eh, yun nga eh, yun lang ano doon eh. Dapat ipaliwanag na maigi that self-assessment guide is not just for checking. Dapat paliwanag na kapag ni-yes nyo yan, di ba? Kasi may mga bumabagsak eh. Kasi may experience na rin kami yung common assessment. Ni-yes niya yes lahat. Na nung tinatanong ko na, bakit hindi alam? Is nakalagay doon sa self-assessment guide. Kaya mo itong i-perform ah. Halimbawa, kunyari, yung recovery ng refrigerant. Tapos na in the end, sinabi niya sa akin, hindi ko kasi kami nagre-recover ng refrigerant eh. But in the self-assessment guide, nakalagay doon, can you perform recovery of refrigerants? Eh, nilagyan ng yes, kaya nag-go. Kasi sabi nila, sir, pag nilagyan ko ng no, hindi na ako papakunin ng assessment. O, yun naman ang ano niya. Di ba?
Yeah. Tapos sa Sir Manny, yung isa, yung sa qualification ng trainer, nakalagay doon ay graduate ng BSIE, baka mapagkamalan na yun ni engineering, ang hinahanap natin dito ay BSIE major in refrigeration and air conditioning.
Pati spell out pala yun, ano?
Sa trainer's qualification.
Qualification, oo. Did I satisfy your question, sir, Berhel?
Iyan lang, sir, ang award ko na ang dyan. Yung ba ay MAC and RAC or it should be or pwedeng gamitin yung RAC servicing pero merong submission ng certificate of employment particularly sa transport truck servicing.
Kaya alam ko doon, doon sa evidence guide, merong mga ganun eh.
Yeah, graduate of BSIE, ayun o.
BTTE. Eh di dapat pala lahat yan i-spell out yung BTTE, yung BTV-TED.
Yes po.
We'll have to check also on that kasi if there may be changes on the training regulations, there's also a process no kung paano siya gagawin. So titingnan din ho namin from the QSO. But the assumption now is kasi kung babasahin ko naman siya, isang linya siya, puro siya lahat related to technical education. So that can also be viewed that way. Pero we're taking note of your concern, Sir Verhel. Thank you.
Salamat.
All right. Thank you very much, Sir Verhel. All right. And also, Sir Manny, thank you very much po. Also, naka-raise po ang hand. Director Carissa Dacoma po from NCR. Yes po, ma'am. Good morning.
Morning, thank you. Related dun sa dun sa beauty care, kasi yung pinresent kanina is test the circular number 100 series of 2020. So dun sa pag tiningnan natin yung TR, 4 lang yung competencies niya, yung core competencies. So yung pinresent kasi kanina, naging 5 yung competencies, may dinagdag. Ang tanong ko lang, meron bang dyan, amendment na nagdadagdag kayo ng isang competency pa?
Can we present that again, Sir Edwin? Please.
Yung sa core yung sa core yung tinatanong. Ayan. So nadagdagan siya ng perform advanced nail polish procedures kasi dito sa ating 2020, yung first 4 lang ang nakalagay dito. Saglit ha. Yun nga ba? Yes. Okay, babasahin ko lang yung dati ha. Perform preparatory activities, prepare appropriate products, tools, and equipment, perform nail enhancement technology procedures, and the last one is perform post-service activities. So, nadagdag itong perform advanced nail polish procedures. Pero wala kasi ako nare-remember na nagdagdag tayo nito o nag-amend.
Oo, yung patient name.
Apologies po. Base ho dun sa information na nag-gather ko kanina, wala ho talaga yung Perform Advanced Nail Polish. Nagkaroon lang ho ng ano yun? Typo. Hanggang post-service activities. Tama po si Ma'am Carissa, hindi ho kasama dapat yung Perform Advanced Nail Polish. Tsaka base rin dun sa ano yun sa assessment na content at saka yung sa TR tinitignan ko yung kanina wala ho yung Perform Advanced Nail Polish procedures. Apologies po. Thank you Ma'am Carissa for that comment.
So now let's yun naman po yung mga questions sa ating comment box. So kay Ma'am Marie po, Marie Batulaw, sabi po dito, sabi niya, is the beauty care, nail care NC3 that they are needing migration to beauty care, nail enhancement technology NC3 by all affected TBIs and ACs po. Sir Edwin, can you answer po yung question po ni Ma'am Marie Botalio po?
That was answered na ho kanina na yung
Answer na po.
separate na that was the question raised by hindi clarified by RD Huben na wala naman mangyayaring migration kasi separate na training regulation yung sa NC2 at saka yung sa NC3. Thank you po.
Thank you, sir. So, sa taas, nakaya lang. Ayun yung...
Another hand is raised actually from Testacar. Sir Benedicto Biato. Good morning, sir. You're
Yes,
recognized po, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning po sa lahat. So, just making a clarification on the map doon sa qualification ng candidate natin. Kasi parang ang tingin ko doon ay parang nakakonsentrate tayo na dapat merong training certificate yung candidate natin. Kung wala siyang training certificate, are not qualified to undergo assessment.
Sorry po, this part po here, sir, is yung kailangan po na ating candidate before he undergoes assessment, sir.
Graduate of formal and non-formal, informal, including enterprise-based training. So, ibig sabihin, sir, may certificate palagi na ipipresent. Kung wala siyang training certificate, whether it is from the informal, formal, ay hindi siya pwedeng maging candidate, sir. Tama ba yung yung analysis ko dito?
Sir, pwede ho siyang experienced
Thank you
worker
po.
nakalagay po dyan. So there's no need na may siya, halimbawa natuto lang po siya na experience, so certificate from the owner na he's practicing mobile air conditioning servicing. Andyan po, experienced worker po.
Okay, salamat po.
And I believe ano po to, and or po to, sir, no? We will take note of this na kailangan po meron tong or. So any of these two po. Alright, so meron pa po ba tayong gusto mag-address ng kanilang concern or questions po on our two training regulations, competency assessment tools, and AFs po na ating i-deploy for today?
Question po, sir, sa comment section kay Ma'am Kainta po. Ma'am Kainta Evangeline Plaso po. Tapos, yung question niya po is, teaching experience acceptable in lieu of industry experience? So, yung nakalagay po dito, topic for implementation mechanism, the trainers, qualification 3, must have at least 2 years related industry experience within the past 5 years. Correct po ba yung question ko, Ma'am Kainta?
Which qualification ang concern ni ma'am? Is it with nail enhancement or is it with the MAC?
Ano yung...
Can you go to the trainer's qualification na page so that makita natin yung concern ni ma'am?
Sir, sa land-based po.
Land-based, okay. Ayan po yung trainer's qual. Holder of NTTC, tapos must be then graduate of those programs, must have at least 2 years related experience within the past 5 years. So ang tanong ni ma'am is yung anong tanong ni ma'am is yung experience as a trainer could qualify
Opo,
as
teaching experience po daw po.
teaching experience may qualify as industry experience. Ganun
Yes
po.
po.
Okay, Pao, earlier in your presentation, there's a mention on that. Can you go to that specific section?
Balik ko po sa slide, sir. One moment po. Hold on, sir. One moment na. X ko po ang... Over here po. So, kailangan po ng experienced workers in MAC or MAC and or rack servicing at least 2 years.
Or the one who can take the assessment. Ang tanong ni ma'am is if
Yes, sir.
siya, would that qualify as an industry experience?
Teaching experience. Yes po. Well, if I'm not mistaken, Sir Manny, pasok po ang ating teaching experience and training when it comes to experience for the last 5 years. One of yeah, ano ko sa industry experience po natin pasok po 'yun eh. Wait lang po. I'm gonna go to that slide.
Hindi ba sir meron yatang ano, I'm not so sure kung tama yung ano no understanding ko. Parang merong mga staff development na ginagawa for test the trainers para magkaroon sila ng equivalency ng ano, hindi ba? Yung parang yung nagpupunta sila sa mga industry, yung industry immersion, may mga ganun sir, tapos may something points or value yata yung ano nila. Hindi ako masyadong familiar eh. Oo.
If I may, good morning po.
Yes po.
Sir Sid
Hi, Ma'am Sol.
and
Good morning,
everyone.
Ma'am Sol.
Opo, good morning po. If I may, sir, po, we have this eyewear or in that will rationalize the experience tama po kayo mga Sir Manny, meron tayong mga yun yung the eyewear itself is the process or the system that we have for the traders to be able to be qualified. Like meron po siyang may training siya na pagdadaanan for so many hours. We can we can refer that to that yung eyewear na guidelines. So para po makita natin kung it may not be now, siguro tingnan ng natin. We can refer that kasi existing na po yan for I think 7 years na ba yung eyewear. Ina-apply na po yan para po yung mga walang teaching experience, magkaroon po sila, yung mga teaching experience po nila ay makredit po doon po para po sila ay mag-qualify as trainer. Tama po kayo. So meron po na but maybe we can refer to that later on.
Hello po, ma'am. Sir?
Yes, ma'am. Opo.
Yes po, go ahead po, ma'am.
I think may corresponding number of PD Cabrera po ito ng Isabela.
Good
May
morning po, ma'am.
may corresponding anong tawag diyan? Points if it is teaching experience doon sa eyewear natin. And then separate kasi yung industry experience. So kung titignan natin, base doon sa eyewear, mas mabigat pa rin po kasi yung industry experience. Usually, as per experience na ginagawa natin dito sa baba, meron man siyang teaching experience, nagpo-fall pa rin siya as the, anong tawag dyan, provisional, yung NTTC niya. Kung teaching experience lang po yung i-present niya.
Thank you for that, ma'am. Opo, yun po yung I think that also fall under the eyewear guidelines po, if I may say. Oo. So, yun po, hindi talaga siya makikredit fully yung teaching experience. That's why kailangan siya magkaroon ng training for so many hours. Ayun nga po, ganun pa rin yung we can refer to that guidelines para po for specific provisions like how many hours, klaro po yun doon sa yung guidelines po na lumabas on the eyewear. Thank you po, Ma'am Cabrera. Thank you po.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you rin.
All right. Thank you very much po. Thank you very much, Ma'am Sol and Ma'am PD Cabrera po. Ma'am Aida?
Pao,
Yes,
if I
yes po.
may. Let's look for that yung guidelines sa eyewear so we can also
Sige po.
refer that dun sa i-share po natin later on. Not really, we don't have to post it now, but we have to siguro resend yung kung saan manggaling yung sorry, I just came in. Yung pong question po na yon, we can send you yung po as reference. Okay. So thank you po.
All right po. Sige po. We will be providing that material po along with the rest po later on po to our feedback form and all our po. So Ma'am Aida Miape po. You are recognized po, ma'am. Yes po, ma'am. Good morning.
Thank you, Sir Paulo. Meron lang po akong i-clarify dun sa item number 5 of section 4, implementation.
Yes.
Item number 5, yung the NTTA shall initiate the training for regional lead trainers prior the conduct of CBP RLA. Doon po kasi sa TC 107 series of 2021, ang conduct po kasi ng meron po dong nakalagay migration.
What was that?
Yun po.
Sige po, ma'am.
Yung sa TC 107 po, under section 11, the registration of program, item number 3, yung conduct of capability building program for RLT and all regional lead assessors po kasi baka pwede pong hindi, kasi yung shall, ibig sabihin po mandatory. Pwede po bang i-change to the NTTA may initiate the training for regional lead trainers after the conduct of CBP RLA which since yung po kasi dito is kung halimbawa po majority ng participants doon sa CBP RLA were not found not yet competent. Baka ito po kasi yung like po doon sa natin sa SMAW, NC1 and NC2 to MAMAW NC1 to NC4 po pala, sorry. Na magko-conduct po ng RLA yung ating RLT yung ating NTTA kasi nga po is majority po is hindi po nakapasa yung ating mga assessors doon. And then after po ng conduct ng RLT, magko-conduct ng assessment po para po sila po yung maging ito po yung parang support natin sa ating mga assessors na hindi po found not competent during the conduct ng RLA ng certification office. Pwede po ba yun?
If I may, Yeah, Ma'am Ida, I think we had initial meeting about that. So we can also take a look, second look on how can we make the system more flexible. So we can also accommodate. And I think we also had experience like kung hindi agad naging mandatory, of course, there should be an RLT. However, may mga iba kasi na qualifications na meron na mga TM. So I guess we can have that, we have to sit down and also have a closer look on that yung aspect ng yung amendment ng TC. Ang OPR nan, I think that was also Quezon, no? Right? Doon sa namin, doon sa IG, part of the IG. Eto we're talking of this the same IG, no? Oo.
Opo, siguro po, pwede po itong ma-apply kung new yung ating talagang training
Yes.
regulation. Pero kung review po,
Oo.
baka pwede pong, any of the, na lang po, mas preferred natin yung RLT.
Okay.
Sorry,
Sige.
RLA po pala.
Yeah, RLA
Opo.
over the RLT.
Opo.
Okay.
For the
Sige,
review,
kasi kung mga
training
review, if
regulations.
the TR is a reviewed one, the qualification is a reviewed yung TR, then perhaps we can consider that Kasi yun din yung para naging natin instead of putting provision that will serve as medyo stumbling block based on the experience that we have now, nangyayari parang hindi makakonduct ng RLA because wala pang RLT.
Opo.
Maybe So I guess after this deployment, we can sit down and also take a look at yung mga data na sinasabi natin. Then perhaps we can amend the guidelines as appropriate.
Okay, sige. Thank you, Ma'am
Sige,
Sue.
ma'am. Opo. Sige, thank you, Ma'am Ida.
So, another question po sa Zoom, sa chat box, si Sir Arkyle S. Padrigaw sa My Beauty Care. So, tanong niya po, is there a need to be assessed first with the basic, the beauty care NC2 before makaproceed sa NC3? Second, trainer's qualification should also be stipulated dapat na naka-NC2 sa beauty care, nail care. So, Sir Edwin, can you answer po?
Ano yung unang tanong?
Sabi niya po, is the beauty care, nail care, NC3, that TR needing migration to beauty care? Wrong pala. Sorry, sir. Ito pala, is there a need to be assessed first with the basic, the beauty care NC2, before makaproceed sa NC3?
Sige, I'll
Yan po yung
answer.
first
Ewan
question
ko,
niya po.
Can I answer or ang tawag dito? Sina Ching. Sa tingin ko, hindi siya,
if
di
I
ba?
may?
Ayan, si Ma'am Clarina.
Okay. In the real industry, in the salons, we have two kinds of technicians. The first one, we have the junior, and the second one, we have the seniors. For the junior ones who are doing the basic nail cleaning, they undergo the NC2. Okay? And for those candidates or industry workers who would like to level up, sila naman yung magte-take ng NC3. Now, the other option is, if you are a technician who can actually perform basic cleaning, you may proceed with NC3 because NC3 is focusing on how you actually do the nail gel and acrylic applications. Did I answer the question?
So may second question pa po siya, sabi. Second, trainer qualification should also be stipulated. Dapat na naka-NC2 sa beauty care, nail care.
Yes, you cannot become a trainer without passing the NC2.
So I guess po na-answer po yung question is Sir Al, kahit po. Meron pa po under sa qualification po ng beauty care, sabi po dito. Question po, for beauty care, nail enhancement technology services NC3, section VA1, practitioner of the occupation trade in the trade area for at least 2 years. Candidates without required industry work experience shall be granted provisional accreditation subject to the guidelines promulgated by the TESDA board for the purpose. Sabi din po, I understand po that the guidelines for granting provisional accreditation is provided under TC number 075S/2020, and this circular covers only 7 and beauty care, nail enhancement technology services, NC3. Harmonizing both circulars, am I correct if I conclude na yung effect niya ay included itong beauty care, nail enhancement technology services NC3 doon po sa list, and the guidelines provided under the TC 075/2020 apply to beauty care, nail enhancement technology services NC3 in as far as granting provisional accreditation of assessor po. Yun po yung question ni Sir Rene po.
Masyadong mahaba. Yung,
Tama ka po.
masyadong mahaba. Yung mga circulars, we have to see it by sentence by sentence, so we can actually accurately answer.
Ayun po ma'am, nasa chat box na po. Yung question.
If I may, Edwin, Sir Sid, and the rest, Ma'am Claire,
Go on
I
po.
think we can, what we can do now is to clarify the question, but not now. I mean, we can study the query, and then later on we can also issue some clarificatory memo to address yung pong tanong po natin. Medyo hindi klaro, even me at this point parang hindi masyadong klaro. So if there's an question about the IG, then probably we can take a closer look at the IG. And if there's need to amend or we need to clarify some provisions stipulated, then we can do so. But for now, parang hindi masyadong malinaw. So we'll take note of the question and the proponent of the question, and then we also address them. Ganun na lang po siguro, ma'am, kasi parang baka kailangan
Long discussion to.
Opo, oo. So tingnan po natin niya, Sir Edwin, if you can confirm doon po o affirm doon sa aking sa
Yes.
sinabi. Kasi
Yes,
parang hindi
ma'am.
ko medyo
Hindi,
mahaba po yung
mahaba nga yung at saka samot-sari yung laman ng questioning.
Opo.
Kailangan nating
Oo,
ataduhin
okay.
siguro para ma-address ng maayos po yun. Maraming salamat,
Opo,
Ma'am Sol.
thank you, sir. Thank you, Sir Edwin. Thank you, Ma'am Claire.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much po. We could probably address one last question from NCR RO. Ma'am Izzy Pereira. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning po. Pwede po ako mag-request pa-show po yung PQ po nung ating land transport. Thank you po.
Come again, ma'am. Ano po yung slide, ma'am? Or yung...
Apa, yun pong yung PQ po mismo ng ating land transport.
Trainer's qualification.
Trainer's qualification.
Here. There, ma'am.
Yan, apo. Ito lang po, speaking sa perspective po ng vocal ng ODPRES, kapag kasi po kami nagre-register ng program, tumitingin kami dito sa PQ. So ibig po ba sabihin must be a holder of NTTC level 1, inland-based, etc., or graduate? So ibig sabihin po okay lang kahit walang NTTC. basta graduate siya ng BSIE, BTTE, BTBTED, ganun po.
Yes,
Kasi
this was
naka-or
actually,
siya.
tinatanong po actually dito doon po sa aming RLA. Sir Manny, kung if I'm not mistaken, yung inyong wording po dito is or, so sabihin kahit graduate po ng BSIE, okay na po yun?
Ang ako nakakaalam niya yata is si Sir Chris kasi nung
Ay,
ginawa ito, medyo wala na ako hindi ibig sabihin na nasa labas ako. Sila ang
yes.
nagtapos nito. Oh. Sir Chris, may ano ka ba dito? Kasi if I remember it right, parang si Sir Ed Fernandez ang nag-ano nito eh. Sir OG o kaya si Sir Chris?
May BSID siya. Yung ba yan? BSID.
BSIE, not D.
Bachelor of Science Industrial Education yata ito eh. Yun yung binililiwanag ni Sir Berhel kanina. Oo. Kasi if I remember it right, kasi parang ganito yan eh. Kasi medyo matagal na itong ginawa eh. Ang sabi dito ni Sir Ed, bakit ako graduate ako ng 4-year course, major ko ay rock, hindi ako pwedeng magturo kaagad kung wala ako ng NTTC. Paano kung wala akong NTTC? Hindi ba ako pwede magturo? Yun ang ano nila dyan eh. Yun ang unang discussion na ginawa. Then after that, kasi medyo nawala na ako. Kaya siguro si Sir Chris Bernardino tsaka si Sir OG Quitco can enlighten me on this.
Ayan po, magandang umaga po ulit. Regarding po dyan, meron po kasing sariling policy si TESDA na dapat po yung NTTC holder yung natin, trainer. Bali, kung sa mga university po, pwede pong magturo yung mga graduate ng BSIE, BTTE, BTB, TED. So, yun po yung requirement for mga university school. Pwede po sila magturo niyan. Pero pag sa mga TTI po and TBI, required po natin yung NTTC holder po. Bali, yan po yung inano dyan.
Okay, so pwede pong naka-or talaga siya. Pero yung yung pagiging graduate ng BSI, BTTE, BTBTED is exclusive for university. So what if po yung university ay mag-apply ng program registration under TESDA? Ang ano ko po dito, ang pina-point out ko lang po is baka magka-prob. Ano kaya yung certificate number na ipapasok natin sa T2? Kasi 'di ba kapag WTR program nanghihingi sila ng NTTC number?
Yes,
Parang yun lang po.
bali, pag under na po ng TESDA program, papaano na po sila sa policy ng TESDA, ma'am? Susunod na po sila sa policy.
Okay. So kasi baka baka pwede pong mas explicit dito sa TQ natin para po kasi minsan po kasi kapag kayo mga nag-a-apply na yung mga schools natin, wala naman kasi ditong nakalagay na exclusive for universities lang. Kapag magtuturo ka lang sa university, saka natin i-accept itong graduate na ito. Yung mga ganun lang po. Medyo ganun po kasi ang thinking kapag nandito na sa amin, no, sa registration na part. Tsaka po, comment na lang din po, no, dun po sa mismong natin, TR, mas okay sana kung ganito yung pagkakalagay. Doon po kasi sa TR natin, yung number 1, medyo sobrang gumugulo kasi ang daming or yung slash kasi dito, doon is naka-or. So parang ang magiging understanding, pwedeng NTTC lang. Kung naka-or automotive servicing NC3 po, pwedeng automotive servicing NC3 lang. Tapos naka-or din yung or automotive service. Itong mga naka-slash po, di ba naka-or doon sa mismong TR natin. So baka yun lang po, medyo confusing po siya sa pagbasa. Hindi ko lang po ako lang sa mga nakakabasa po na mga focus po. Parang yun lang po. And then dun sa number 3 naman po, since na-mention naman kanina yung about sa eyewear po, no? Aware naman kami doon sa eyewear. Kaya lang po kasi, si eyewear po kasi di ba ginagamit siya kapag si trainer. Kasi industry experience, once na industry experience ang hinahanap, hindi po kami nag-accept ng teaching experience. Kasi industry experience yung hinahanap. So dapat kung ano yung actual na nandun sa company. Ngayon, si eyewear po ba, ano ginagawa dito, di ba? Para yung mga hindi, kasi yung mga trainers natin, yung iba matatagal na yung kanilang industry experience. That's why nag-eyewear po sila. So pwede ba namin yun i-consider dito po, ito sa number 3, kung halimbawa magpaparegister sila ng program, titingin kami sa TR, nakalagay dito, must have at least 2 years related industry experience within the last 5 years. So, kung wala na talaga siyang industry experience na within the last 5 years, kasi 10 years, nagtuturo siya dire-diretso, so puro teaching experience siya, pwede ba namin i-accept yung COCHI o yung certificate na ini-issue for eyewear in lieu of the 2 years related industry experience na within the last 5 years. Yan lang po. Thank you po.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention, ma'am. No? So again, if with the indulgence of the body, we can further study. Okay, we may wisdom po yung sinasabi ninyo eh. But again, we'll have to also take a review of the existing guidelines and see how can we have, like for example, clarified yung mga ganyang provision. So we'll take note of yung pong clarification kasi valid po yung sinabi ninyo, ma'am. So I think kasi para din sa baba, hindi tayo mahirapan doon sa natin, doon sa pag-register natin ng mga program. So we'll take note of yung pong clarification, yung pong query ninyo, and then as I've said earlier, mag-i-issue po kami ng clarificatory memo to that effect para po we can also work out kung ano yung the most appropriate system that we can have. So expect po sana, ma'am, that we can have a call with you o email o para lang matulungan nyo din kami doon sa aspeto na yon. So para maging effective po yung yung IG natin, and we'll work out for the yung effective implementation of the of these qualifications TR din po. CATS and the rest.
And Ma'am Sol, we'll also need to gather inputs from, especially from the certification office, being
Yes
the
po.
OPR for the eyewear and for program registration, so that we'll have a harmonized na guidelines later on.
Opo, sir. Thank you po, sir. Thank you for that guidance.
Hello? Hello?
Yes po, RD.
Yes. Siguro magsulat na lang tayo, Ma'am Ice. Mag-memo tayo para maging may basis sila to answer.
Thank you, Sir Joben.
Sige po.
Thank you very much po, Ma'am Pereira and RD,
Sol.
and also Ma'am Sol. Yes po.
Comment lang po.
Yes po, sir. Sir PD po. PD Gerardo po.
Yung kasing concern kanina sa industry experience ay kaya nga nag-issue ng eyewear para yung issue ng mga trainer natin na nagtuturo ay ma-meet nila yung nire-require sa trainer qualification. Kasi sa computation ng eyewear, di ba sinasama roon yung industry immersion, kung may mga training sila sa local or abroad, so kasama siya sa computation. So kapag yung points ay na-achieve ng ating mga trainer, so nako-consider na siya diyan sa 2 years related industry experience.
Opo, Sir Jerry. Thank you for that, PD. Yun din nga po yung stipulated doon sa doon sa eyewear natin. However, parang siguro we just need to clarify again kasi medyo para lang to to make the doon po sa field natin to keep abreast of how things should be. Parang tingnan lang din po namin siguro ba. So that's why baka makatulong din yung clarificatory memo to to further explain, or yun po kasi nga para and also the para din mag-harmonize dun sa na-issue po or yung na-promulgate po na TR natin. Thank you, Sir Jerry.
All right. So that concludes our question and answer portion, or our open forum. We thank you for your active participation, and we appreciate the productive discussion from our participants. Some have provided their suggestions, and some have provided their concerns as well for our implementing guidelines. So rest assured that we have taken note of that. Our documentation team have taken note of that. So while others have um, gave their their suggestions and also their um, advice po on how to further improve our training regulations po, and our implementing guidelines. So to give us our to deliver our ways forward, may we now welcome our Executive Director from the Qualifications and Standards Office, Director Elcid H. Castillo. Good morning po. Good morning, yes, good morning, sir.
Um, Thank you very much, Pao. So, thank you very much to all the participants, the regional directors, provincial directors, the center administrators, district directors, and our providers, as well as our technical experts for taking the time to join us in today's deployment of the two qualifications. If you've noticed, these were promulgated way back in 2020 and 2021. However, it's only deployed now, considering that we need to first do the RLT and to build the infrastructure for the trainers and for the assessors to ensure that when we are working on our training regulations and the competency assessment tools and deploying these will be covered. These are covered already with the existing infrastructure. So for the ways forward of our deployment today. Can you show the slide, please? The first one is for our field operations. When we talk of these as part of the work of our field officers there you go, as we strengthen the implementation of the deployed training regulations with the corresponding competency assessment tools and the assessment fees. We hope that we will work closely and collaborate on the promotion and deployment of these training regulations. So we need to take the lead in disseminating and promoting the training regulations and the qualifications to our key stakeholders, our implementers, and our enterprises, and encourage them and other relevant parties to design and offer the training programs in their respective communities. We'll also have to help in ensuring that the training assessment infrastructure are in place. So may we request that the PLAs will be developed, as well as the lead trainers as well, so that they can provide the proper infrastructure for the assessment and certification. And of course, for our field operations, the RDs, PDs, the DDs, and the center administrators, to oversee the operationalization of the policies related to program registration, competency assessment and certification, and even on scholarships, and come up with a mechanism that will enable full implementation of the training regulations. It is really best that we will have these implemented and these programs registered, and also competency assessment centers established. Of course, because of this, we will be needing the assistance of our ROD chiefs, the regional and the provincial focals, representatives from the TVET associations and the TVET institutions, our assessment centers, and also our industry associations in the implementation and deployment of the training regulations in the cuts. We'll have to help each other as we strategize to promote and deploy these training regulations. And then we'll also work on the development of the infrastructure, of course, the trainers, the assessors, the institutions, and the competency assessment centers. And for our TVIs and for our enterprises, that they will adhere to the requirements of the training regulations, so that you won't be found you will be compliant as always. And then do the program registration, the assessment and certification, as well as implement the procedures and execute the utilization of our training regulations. And it would be best really if in every city or in every district or in every province, there would be registered qualifications on this. Let's also look at the area-based demand for the qualifications. Like in areas where logistics and land transport and HVAC are really, really strong, we would appreciate if the program on MAC will be registered. And then for SOC naman po, it's all over the country. Maraming mga demands for social health and social and health sector and wellness sector. So sana po ay magamit po natin to ang ating mga training regulations. Now, our Secretary Kiko Benitez and our Deputy Director General DDG Rosana Ordaneta are very thankful to all our technical experts, to the TESDA board members who promulgated the training regulations, and to the district and provincial and the regional directors, center administrators, the TVIs who are here, assessment center managers who are here, focal persons who are here, for telling us that these are the programs that we need and how can we further improve on all of this. Remember that when we look at the qualifications that we have, we are not just creating standards, but we are building the competencies and we are building the qualifications of people and of our communities. So sana po, you will continue to help us in promoting all of this, in deploying all of this, and really on implementing the qualifications, the training regulations, and ensuring that we follow the standards that we've set based on the competency assessment tools and the training regulations. Sana po ay marami pa po tayong magawang mga ganito kasama ang ating mga technical experts. And at this point, I would like to personally thank yung ating po mga QSO staff and focals and everybody from the Qualifications and Standards Office for painstakingly going through the process of developing the standards, the competency assessment tools, then determining the assessment fees, and even coming up with the competency-based curriculum, because these are really needed in the implementation of our program. We know that we can do so much and we can still provide more for the benefit of the people. Kaya nga po, sabi nga po ng ating Secretary Kiko Benitez, sa TESDA, kayang-kaya. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Director Elcid, for officially deploying the newly promulgated training regulations, competency assessment tools, and assessment fees, and also for providing guidance to our regional, provincial, district offices and executive offices. And we would also like to thank as well our technical experts on graciously giving their expertise on developing these two TRs. So before we end our program, may we flash to the screen yung ating feedback form. We would like to ask everyone to accomplish the feedback form. This feedback form will help us enhance our future programs, and this shall be our basis po. We will be giving you around 3 to 5 minutes to accomplish this feedback form. Thank you po. Sige po. You can also send the link via the chat box. Ayan po. Kindly scan the QR code po to access the program evaluation. This will also be the basis on the issuance of our e-certificate po for your attendance. Also, another reminder for those who haven't accomplished the attendance form, we can also provide the link on the chat box so that your attendance can be recorded for this day. A big thank you again to our technical experts for giving us the knowledge on the discussion part a while ago during the open forum. Very essential, lalo na for the implementation part of the TRs. Sige po. We'll give you around 2 minutes to accomplish the program evaluation, and we can close the program na po. All right. So the link will still be in the chat box. For those who haven't accomplished the program evaluation, it will just be in the chat box po. To close this national deployment, this culminates our national deployment activity. We would like to thank our TESDA Director General, Secretary Jose Francisco Kiko B. Benitez, and also the DG Rosana A. Urdaneta of Policies and Planning for giving us the opportunity to introduce the newly promulgated training regulations, competency assessment tools, and assessment fees. On behalf of our Director, Director Elcid H. Castillo, and our QSO colleagues, thank you all for making time in your busy schedules to join the virtual national deployment of newly promulgated TRs. And that's a wrap. Thank you very much again for attending, and have a great week ahead po. Mabuhay po. And to end, we can have our test the way. Test the way na po. Thank you very much po.
All united, we answer the test, the call. We raise the test, the banner high. With our partners we serve, ever proud and tall. From day to day we strive to address the needs of our labor force. Provide the skills that open doors. Excellence in world-class work. Access to success for everyone. With the power of information, proper values and education, to the hands that build the nation, doing it the test away. Rain or shine, we keep alive the hopes and dreams of workers throughout this land. Doing the best we can, committed we make our stand, truly dedicated to the task at hand. With the power of information, proper values and education, to the hands that build the nation, doing it the test away. To the hands that build the nation, more power to the test away. Long live the test away.
Thank you again. Good day to all.